Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel and another episode of Everything We Know About. Today, I'm diving headfirst into the world of Atomfall, an up-and-coming action survival video game developed by Sniper Elite studio Rebellion Developments. I don't know about you, but I'm really looking forward to this one. The game is based on an investigation into the Windscale disaster, a real nuclear scare that occurred in 1957. Atomfall allows the player to investigate this disaster in an alternate timeline and uncover the truth behind what led to the incident. To uncover these truths, the player must first survive the terrifying post-apocalyptic North English countryside. Survival is no easy feat in Atomfall, as the main character has been quarantined for 5 years following the incident. Players must learn to stand on their own 2 feet and live among the dangers of the sketchy wasteland. Atomfall lets players control an amnesiac protagonist, meaning that the character doesn't remember a single thing from before they wake up. This level of mystery leads to compelling storytelling, as players are constantly gaining new clues and context about life before and after the nuclear incident. The story picks up 5 years after the historic Windscale fire that took place on October 10, 1957. This real-life event was the worst nuclear incident in the UK's history. The fire burned for 3 days and released a radioactive fallout that spread across the United Kingdom and parts of Europe. The fire was started due to an aluminium canister bursting inside the number 1 reactor. However, Atomfall will revise this story, creating an alternate timeline of events. Atomfall is set in a beautiful part of North England called the Lake District, Cumbria. The area is known for its outstanding lakes and landscapes. It is the home of England's largest national park, and these days it is a big tourist location. Players of the game may not find such a peaceful environment, as they'll be forced to survive in an area full of hostile robots, creatures, and cultists. Rebellion has worked hard to ensure that Atomfall captures the authenticity of the environment and the era of Britain that the game is set in. Players can expect to feel the post-war paranoia that was prevalent during the 50s and 60s. Sniper Elite players may feel at home when picking up Atomfall. That is because the same developer is behind both games. Rebellion Developments has an award-winning formula with the Sniper Elite franchise, so it makes sense to use some of that development magic in Atomfall. Progression in the game is open-ended, putting freedom into the hands of the player to uncover new leads and clues. As players chase leads, they'll often encounter new events occurring in the world, like murders that need to be solved or helicopter crashes. These events open up new threads, ensuring that the player is rarely at a loss for things to do. Exploration is a key component of Atomfall. There are no mission markers or arrows leading to objectives. Players have the freedom to take the game at their own pace. Atomfall has no global gold or currency that players accumulate throughout the game. Instead, the economy runs on a bartering system where vendors decide which goods are equal in value to the player's desired purchase. For instance, if the player wants to buy a new handgun from the local weapons vendor, they may need to trade several supplies until the value proposition is equal. The British Atomic Research Division, or BARD, is one of the major antagonists that players will encounter in Atomfall. This group has a fleet of giant robots that are programmed to do anything necessary to maintain the quarantine. The game has no shortage of formidable foes, as the player will be going up against some of the fiercest threats. It is a good thing that the game features a variety of melee and ranged weapons, because enemy threats can range between rats and oversized robots. One of the game's biggest challenges comes in the form of giant robots. Taking down one of the robots is no easy task. Players must be well prepared when engaging these robots, as they are kitted with flamethrowers. Non-playable characters in Atomfall have 0 plot armor. What does this mean? Players have the choice of taking out every single character they encounter, whether they are friendly or not. In Rebellion's own words, the player has the choice to become the only person left standing. However, many of the NPCs either have useful supplies or important information to share. Some NPCs will offer to help the player escape the quarantine zone in exchange for a string of favors. Others will have useful leads to follow up on investigations. But there is no shortage of NPCs who are out to manipulate the protagonists. Factions can be a player's worst enemy or their biggest ally, depending on how they interact with the members. It is all up to the player to decide who they trust, as there are vast shades of grey when it comes to interacting with the many characters in Atomfall. Atomfall was first announced at the Xbox Game Showcase back in June 2024. The game is multi-platform and set for release on Xbox Series X and S, Xbox One, PC, PlayStation 5 and PlayStation 4. That was everything you need to know about Atomfall. The game releases globally on March 27th, 2025. If you're an Xbox player, then you can find it on day one on Game Pass. Are you as excited as I am about this game? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like this video and subscribe so you don't miss out on more gaming updates. I'll see you next time.